Alright guys, welcome to our first day stream. We gotta be continue with our next fest demo because I want to finish this. Actually, I want to restart this one because we just don't have enough time last time. But let me see if this is from the sub box first. Our first day stream. We gotta be... Alright, this is so new game? Yes. So I want to actually finish this game like seriously, not like last time. In fact, I'm getting so serious I may actually get. Oh, I had a pen, and I'm gonna try to get some paper to write on. Yeah, I have paper. Hey.
All right, we are live, and the recordings have officially begun. So, I have some rather unfortunate news to share with you in case you haven't already heard.
Yep.
Over the weekend, Fisham County Police Department lost two of our very own.
Oh, my pen is useless.
Detective Marie Atkins and Officer Derek Alexander were both found dead in their homes. They apparently took their own lives. Now, we don't have the autopsy reports yet, but we do have the crime scene reports that do show that both officers did indeed have gunshot wounds to the head that do appear to be self-inflicted. We also have full consent from both of their spouses, so there's no need for us to wait on any search warrants. Now, this is obviously a tremendous loss to both our community as well as our police department. It is extremely odd that both officers who worked so closely together would both decide to take their own lives in such a similar fashion within a 24-hour period. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that foul play is involved here, but yeah, we certainly can't rule it out just yet. Now, it is important to keep in mind that the people that we are interviewing today, they are not suspects. Mm-hmm. They are just simply people that are close to the deceased that might have some relevant information.
That sounds suspect to me.
We have Officer Alexander's wife here today, as well as Detective Atkins' husband and their daughter Samantha. And I also asked Officer Mark Campbell to speak with me today, seeing as though he's partners with Alexander and he also worked very closely with Detective Atkins. So I definitely want to get his take on things. As usual, you'll be able to watch the live interviews via the monitor that you're looking at right now, and then you'll be able to review any of the previously recorded media on the monitor that's to your left.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get the interview started.
I will get another pen.
I'll be back in just a bit.
I will be back into spit as well. I'm gonna get another pen. Yeah, because I'm gonna do it the cop way. Taking notes. Right, I'm back. May not be. Oops. I just tear a piece of paper in half, which I don't supposed to do. Anyway, so let me see if this pen. Yeah, this pen is working. So let's go back to the case background first. And actually, you know what? Let's go back to the what I'm going to do today because I'm going to only be able to around. I had to go at 3:30, 3:40 the latest. So I'm going to be trying out the rest of the the other free demo I haven't tried, and I'm going to try this one first because I think this one's going to be like most time consuming. I was eating banana. Just give me just a second. So, from what we know, so far, two deceased, 1 and 2. So one is Detective Atkins, female. The other one is I think Officer Alexander. So let's look at what we got here. We got an incident report from Martin Ruiz, batch number 47621. Self-inflicted gunshot wound. So Atkins, day of death, day of incident. Just write down DI. 6:21, approximately 1:30 p.m. Caleb Atkins, NOK, Caleb Atkins, husband. So Caleb Atkins immediately upon the of deceased, be the call 911 report the incident. Deceased a single gunshot wound to the right side of the temple, the head, rest of the temple should say. Anyway, our possible location is wound near the right temple. The deceased was shot with Glock 19, Department issue shot handgun, which was found. Well, it's strange that they don't issue a 40 cal, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Which was found in deceased's right hand. Fingerprint in the handgun matched the deceased based on the crime scene investigation. Here that causes a suicide. There appears to be a very foul play involved. So victim number 2. Martin Ruiz, time of incident. Who was that? Derek Alexander. Date of incident 6/22, 10:15. Megan Alexander, next of kin. Megan A. I'm not gonna write the surname again. Upon discovering deceased in their home, upon discovering the deceased body, immediately call 911 for the incident. So he probably died or somewhere ran off. A MD report would be nice. Upon discovering the deceased body, Megan Alexander immediately called 911 to report to the incident. This is a single gunshot wound to the right side of her, hung up his head. Yeah, the possible location of right wound is near the right temple. Deceased was shot with a Glock 19, another Department issue shot handgun. Found on the floor next to the deceased right hand. It's not registered to him though. The fingerprint on the gun matched that deceased. Suicide, no power, fame, all the same thing. And then I don't know what this. I don't know what's this. Can I? Walking Paulette. Nothing. Murphy Daniel. How do I open it? Or do I not gonna open it? Alright. So anything else? Okay, actually I can write down here. V1 M 6:21, 1:30 p.m. and okay. A. And then V2, D, Alexander BI, 6:22, 10:15 a.m. and okay. Megan A. Alright. Alright, this is the information we got so far. So this is the visa bill. I gotta collaborate. Who's that? Visa bill. Caleb A. Caleb's what's that called? Whereabout. So this gotta come in handy afterward. This is gotta be Megan A. Means Megan Alexander visa bill a lot more, but cheaper this time. Because she paid more for the market. So day 212, new one page. Was there another page? Okay. This is the text message record.
All right, Caleb, we are recording. Today is June 24th. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here today is Caleb Atkins. So, Caleb, we'll start with you spelling your first and your last name for me, please.
Caleb Atkins, Calebatkins.
Thank you, and please acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you are consenting to this recording.
Yes, I am aware and I consent to the recording.
And lastly, please acknowledge that we have already gone over your rights and that you are willfully making this statement.
Yes, we have gone over my rights and I'm doing this interview willfully.
Well, thank you. So, look, before we dive into anything, I just want to extend my sincere condolences to both you and to Samantha. Yeah, I can't even imagine what the two of you are going through right now. You know, Detective Atkins, she was and always will be a member of our family here, all right? And if there is anything that I or anyone here at the station can do for either you or for Samantha, yeah, man, please do not hesitate to ask, okay?
Thanks, Marty. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the least that we can do. So yeah, you know, we're catching up here. Are you still doing the stay-at-home dad thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still at it.
That's good. That's good. I think that Samantha is probably going to need you now more than ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Yeah. Well, look, man. The reason I brought you down here today is that I am struggling to understand why Detective Atkins may have taken her own life. It just seems really uncharacteristic to me, and yeah, I feel like there must be some sort of like obvious signs that I overlooked or something.
No, Marty. I don't think there were any signs. It honestly makes no sense. And to be clear, I'm struggling to understand what happened here too.
So do you think that there may have been foul play involved?
Are you serious? Of course there's foul play, Marty. You and the entire force know Marie very well. Hell, she probably spent more time here than she did at home. There's no way that you can convince me that she took her own life.
So you don't believe.
And I honestly can't believe you guys even think that's a possibility. I mean, what sort of mother would abandon their child like that? Definitely not Marie. That much I can say for sure. And the other thing that's tripping me up with this whole thing is the gun that she supposedly used to kill herself with.
Yeah, and what about it?
It's not hers, Marty.
It's not hers? How do you know that?
The only gun that Marie owned was the one your department issued to her, and that gun was, and still is, locked in a gun safe in our bedroom.
Well, it is possible that she could have owned other firearms. I mean, look, a lot of the officers here at the station, they own various different firearms. It's actually pretty common, Caleb.
I would have known if she owned other guns. I'm telling you, the only gun she owned was the one you guys gave to her. What are you saying she's hiding guns around the house or something?
I don't know, Caleb.
Well, she wasn't.
Okay, so let's say that she did not take her own life.
Three.
What reasons would someone have for killing her and then covering it all up by making it look like as if it were suicide?
Marty, she's a detective. She's been involved in getting a shit ton of people locked up. There could be any number of people that wanted to get some revenge.
Or 4, 5.
Yeah, that is a possibility. I can't argue with that, man.
No.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying this is what happened, but a few days before Marie was killed, I overheard her talking with your CSI guy, Sean Hamill. They were talking about Daniel Hernandez, a guy she investigated about 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know if you remember, but she played a key part in his conviction.
Yeah, I do remember that case for sure. Yeah.
Well, did you know that Daniel Hernandez was recently released?
D. Hernandez.
No. Actually, no, I did not know that.
Well, he was. And from the sounds of Marie's conversation with Sean that morning, she ran into Hernandez somewhere in public. It sounded like they had a pretty severe altercation. And I don't know if you remember, but Daniel Hernandez never confessed. According to him, he was completely innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that Daniel was holding some sort of a grudge and that he killed her out of an act of revenge?
I don't know, Marty, but I do know that Marie did not kill herself. And if I were you guys, he would certainly be someone I would want to talk to.
So we got a POI.
That's all I'm saying.
Sure. All right, well, look, before we go down that path, I have a few things that I do need to clear up with you first, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, for now, let's go under the assumption that Detective Atkins did indeed take her own life. Can you think of any reasons why she would do so?
I already told you, no, I can't think of any reason.
And everything was fine with her here at work?
Yes. I mean, she had her usual stressors that come with the job, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the
And
ordinary.
home life, that was all fine too?
Yeah, of course. Things were how they've always been.
All right, well, look, Caleb, I hate to ask this question, but you understand that I have a job that I need to do. So, were the two of you having any sort of marital issues?
Look, I understand why you need to ask that. The answer is no.
No marital issue?
All right, so look, according to the crime scene report, Detective Atkins, she was killed at approximately 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, June 21st. Now, you called 911 at approximately 1:30 p.m. that same day. This was after you had arrived home and discovered the body. Is all that sound correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so then where were you prior to coming home?
I remember dropping Sam off at work around 10, and then I went to the farmer's market on Central, walked around, bought some stuff, talked to a few vendors, and then I went back home.
Is there anyone that can corroborate this? Maybe one of those vendors?
I mean, I guess it's possible, but I can't guarantee anyone would remember talking to me that day. You know how that place gets? It's super busy. I'm sure they talked to tons of people that day.
Sure. Maybe, I don't know, some credit card transactions then? Maybe that can corroborate this?
No, I always use cash when I go to the farmer's market. It keeps me from spending more than I need to. Look, I understand why you need to ask these questions, but I can assure you I was at the farmer's market during that time.
All right, fair enough, Caleb, fair enough. Okay, so then after you made this 911 call, what did you do?
I called Sam and I told her that there was an emergency and that I would need to pick her up early. And then when I could, I drove over to the movie theater where Sam works, picked her up, told her what had happened, and Sam didn't want to go back to the house. Neither did I, so we checked into Liberty Hotel. And Sam stayed there for the rest of the day, and even though I didn't want to go back to the house, I needed to pick up some clothes and toiletries for us, so I did that, and then back to the hotel, and that was it for the day.
All right.
And what about Sunday? This was the day that Officer Alexander died.
We stayed in the hotel the entire day. Sam slept for most of it. I was the complete opposite. I was up the whole time watching TV, trying to take my mind off of things.
Did you guys get any food that day?
We ordered in. I didn't have the energy or the right mindset to go out.
Sure. And what'd you guys get?
Pizza and soda from Sal's.
Do you know around what time that may have been?
I don't know. Late afternoon, early evening? I'm not sure. But I did use my card for that, so you can track that if you really need to.
Okay. All right, well, Caleb, is there anything else that you feel I should be aware of?
No. I need you guys to find out who did this.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, thanks, Caleb. Let's take a short break, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's take a short break and going back to the board here. No, why did it AA? So it's not PM, AM. I make a mistake. So, yeah. Shit. Oops.
All right, there's quite a bit to digest there. Now, he clearly seems to think that someone killed his wife, and he could very well be right. Now, I am a little concerned that he doesn't really have an alibi or anything that proves his time at the farmer's market, which he claims to have been at during the time of his wife's death. Now, I'm not saying that he's lying, but if he were lying, then what would be the reason? The only thing I can think of is that he would be somehow connected to his wife's death in some way, and if that were the case, then he would have some reason for wanting her dead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we really explore this scenario, we need to evaluate whether or not he was telling the truth about his relationship with his wife.
Well, we don't know about that.
According to him, their marriage was fine, which means we really don't have a motive here. But if he was lying, this would be a very important step in figuring out the truth of what happened to Detective Atkins. We do need to be careful here, though. Remember, this guy just lost his wife. If we accuse him of lying about his relationship with her, and that isn't the case, well, then that's going to be pretty damn shitty of us. Alright, take some time to really think this through. I'll proceed based on your feedback. Give me a call when you're ready to make a decision. Talk to you soon.
Soon, we should make we should look at the interview for the other room before making a decision. Alright, I'm not gonna write it down here because I don't think there's gonna be enough of space, just by I had everything dropped down. So basically, on the day of June 21st, so what he said was his alibi. There we go. Nothing out of ordinary, no marital issue. So he dropped Sam off at 10, around 10. That's what he said. So yeah, on 6/21 she worked at 10, and then farmer's market. Back home, saw her wife dead. Call Sam, or call 911. Call Sam. They check into Liberty Hotel. So far, so good. June 21, Liberty Hotel. And then the next day, they were at the hotel all day. And he ordered pizza from Sal. Yeah, Sal Restaurant Pizzeria. So that's correct. So he don't believe it's suicide. The gun is not her. That's her. That he claimed. And he overheard what's that called? The CSI guy talked to his wife about. I just wrote down D. Hernandez. So Daniel Hernandez, I think. Alright. Marie Atkins. Worked late again. Derek is not. His husband, her husband's Caleb. So this is her partner. Can you work a little late tonight? Could use your help. Of course, no problem. Emoji, smiley face. Really work late again tonight. So on the 18th. On the 18th, she worked late, and then she called her husband. Hope that's okay, no problem. Thumbs up. You won't believe what I ran into Daniel Hernandez. Yes, this crazy interaction. That's from her to Derek. I'm shaking holy, dude. I'm so sorry I didn't talk. Give me a call. Thanks. So Sean, the CSI guy, Derek is her partner, who's Mark. Need to meet tonight's important. Usual play 6 p.m. Mark. Who the heck is Mark? Sound good for your information. I slept a bit today. Did I miss who Mark is, or? I don't think they ever talked to a guy called Mark. Is it him? Oh, no, that's Martin, right? It's not Mark. Anyway, I slept a bit today. Running late to work. Be there soon. And tonight too. Derek thumbs up. Mary thumbs up. Marie to Caleb. So Marie to her husband on the 19th. Thanks for taking the time to listen to all my bull. You make some pretty major mistake at work. Yeah, I make some pretty major. I know I can't undo the past, but I do need to make things right. Thinking, and I know I'm going to fix things. A few years later, love you. Caleb said, "Okay, talk to you too. I love you too." So he should have talked to her, right? Because you should gotta be talking to her at the 19th. I'm home earlier than I expected. Have a good meeting tonight. A good meeting. I'm ready to put this mistake behind me. Awesome. See you soon. And then she messaged. Her partner messaged her. I want you to know I told her what you're doing this. I'm not upset. I'm here for you. And then she replied, "Thank you." Who's Mark? I'm not holding any grudge. I get it. Hiding shit is too much. Marie to Mark, thumbs up. Derek to Marie, grab your coffee. Last night I thought you may want to avoid the coffee shop. Haha, laughing face. Haha, thanks. Living out early movie tonight. Yeah, that's what we'll see you soon. That's a message on another page. That will be it. Seemed cordial. I just don't know who Mark was. Murphy, Daniel. Who Mark? Who is Mark? So these two are different, right? This is Megan. This is from Derek to Megan. Derek phone chat from Derek. I don't think. Well, at least at this point, he's not lying. So he's telling the truth. If he's not lying about where he was and what he did afterward, I don't think. Well, I don't know about if he was actually at the farmer's market, but assuming he is, and it doesn't seem like at least before she died, I don't think there's any thing that out of bounds. I think he's telling the truth. What?
Hello? Okay, so you think he's telling the truth?
At least for now.
You don't think there's any problems with his marriage or relationship with his wife?
Well, from the things that I got, no.
I guess you might be right. We'll roll with it. As always, I appreciate your input. All right, let me get back in there.
Oh, I forgot about the...
You have one old message. Thursday, June 19th, 7:38 a.m.
Hi, this message is from Marie Atkins. Marie, it's Elizabeth Fisher here from the International Preparatory Academy of Thailand. I'm just calling to confirm your visit on July 24th. And I also need to confirm Samantha's birth date again. I have January 8th of 2010. I think that's what you left on my voicemail, but it was a little unclear. So if you could just confirm that for me, it would really be great.
Same.
If it's easier for you, you can always email me. My email is eFisher@ipat.edu.th. Or, of course, you can give me a call. It's always great to talk to you. My number is 66-5551-4898. Everything else is ready on our end for your tour of the school. We're just really looking forward to seeing both you and Samantha in Bangkok next month. I know you're going to be so happy with what the school has to offer. I can't wait to share it with you. So I hope I hear from you soon. Thanks so much.
To delete this message, press 7. End of messages.
The only thing that I forgot to drop down. Can I just do it again, or?
You have one old message. Thursday, June 19th, 7:38 a.m.
Hi, this message is from Marie Atkins. Marie, it's Elizabeth Fisher here from the International Preparatory Academy of Thailand. I'm just calling to confirm your visit on July 24th. And I also need to confirm...
Okay, she is due. So another thing is Sam and Marie, July 24th, so 7/24, 25, Bangkok. We got that, so I don't need to listen to that anymore. Damn it.
Confirm Samantha's birth date again. I have January...
Nah, just let it run.
All right, this is a continuation with Caleb Atkins. So look, I do appreciate you coming down here today and for your patience as we try to figure out everything that's happened here. Appreciate all that.
Of course. Anything I could do to help.
Yeah, well, you definitely have been helpful. You know, you've given me a lot more info to take into consideration, and I appreciate that. So with that said, is there anything else that you feel I should be aware of, or anything else that might be relevant to what happened to your wife or with Officer Alexander?
No. Like I said earlier, I just need you guys to find the asshole who did this. And I want you to make him pay.
There you are.
Okay. Okay. Now, you are aware that we're doing our best, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, I know you are.
All right. Well, Caleb, you are free to go home. So, again, I appreciate your time.
Sure. It's no problem at all.
All right.
So that's it then. What?
Okay, one interview down for the day and on to the next. I'm going to bring in Megan Alexander, Officer Alexander's wife, in here next. Hang tight.
Okay. Megan A. Hang tight. Huh?
Okay, we are officially recording. Today is June 24th. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here today is Megan Alexander. So Megan, we'll start with you. Please spelling your first and last name for me.
MEGANALEXANDER.
Thank you, and please acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you are consenting to this recording.
Yes, that is correct.
And lastly, acknowledge that we have already gone over your rights and that you are willfully making this statement.
Yes, that is also correct.
All right, well, thank you, Megan. So, look, before we dive into all of this, I want to first extend my sincere condolences to you, Megan. Now, obviously, what has happened is extremely tragic. And I just want you to know that our department and me personally, Megan, okay? We are here to support you with whatever it is that you need. Okay?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Detective.
Absolutely. It is the least that we can do. So, yeah, there's been a lot to take in with the events that have occurred over the past few days, and I'm trying to piece together why two of our fellow officers, why they would have taken their own lives, and why so close in time to each other. And yeah, Megan, this is where I can really use your help.
Of course. That's why I'm here.
And I appreciate that. So, I guess we'll start with the glaring question. Why do you think that Officer Alexander, your husband, why do you think that he took his own life?
I've given it a lot of thought. And I can't honestly 100% come up with any specific reason.
So, do you think that suicide is exactly what happened?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, do you think that foul play may have been involved?
I don't think so.
Okay, so then you must think that it was actually suicide.
Something foul play.
I do think it's possible, yes.
And why would you think that?
I mean, you know how it is, Detective. Being an officer is hard.
Yeah, that is very true. So, did your husband exhibit any signs that the job was too stressful or too demanding? And I mean, to the point that it would actually push him to take his own life.
At times, yes.
Sign.
I mean, it was never a constant thing.
Like what?
And he always did his best to hide how he was truly feeling. But yes, I do believe I saw some signs over the years.
Did you ever talk to him about any of this or, check in from time to time?
Doesn't even make sense.
To be honest, warning signs are much easier seen in hindsight. During the day-to-day, these honest conversations or check-ins, as you put it, they just never were a priority. And I'm really regretting that.
Megan, were the two of you having any marital problems?
What couple doesn't have any problems?
Have marital problem?
I mean, we were no exception. Marriage itself is hard, especially when you're married to someone in law enforcement.
Like for
I
example?
mean, we had our share of problems, just like any other couple. But it was nothing that was severe or out of the ordinary.
Now, Megan, if I remember correctly, you work for yourself. Is that still correct?
Yes, I'm a CPA, and I work mostly from home.
Do you work a lot of hours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So I would imagine with two steady sources of income that the two of you weren't experiencing any sort of financial struggles or any stress related to money. Is that right?
We
Why
had
don't we answer
no
this question?
stresses or struggles related to our finances. We were doing just fine in that department.
So if your marriage was fairly normal and the two of you weren't experiencing any sort of financial struggles, then you must think that it was his actual job that pushed him to take such extreme actions.
Yeah, it's possible. And to be completely transparent with you, his job was putting a higher level of stress on him this past year than I had ever seen before.
Yeah, I got it already.
There was more distance between us. But
But then she said
I didn't
it's
think
not,
it was
yeah,
this severe.
nothing out of that
And
ordinary,
obviously
right?
I was wrong.
Wow.
Well, I do appreciate your honesty, Megan. So, look, for argument's sake, let's explore that there actually was foul play involved, okay? At least for
Why
now.
is using a lack
Now,
of
if we go down that path, then I, of course, need to do my due diligence, which means that we do need to account for your time during the deaths of both of the officers, right?
Yeah, I understand.
I think Reese is insinuating
So
something.
let's start with Saturday,
All right.
June 21st. Now, that was the day that Detective Atkins was killed. So, what were you doing Saturday morning between 11 a.m. and noon?
That was a pretty simple day for me.
That's not an answer.
Derek and I were home the entire day, and I can say that for sure because we spent most of the morning cleaning from 10 a.m. to noon. And then we just had a lazy day,
What do you mean by lazy day?
watching sports and movies. That was it.
So, the two of you did not go out the entire day.
No, not at all.
And I'm assuming the only person that can corroborate this would be your husband, who is now deceased. Is that correct?
Unfortunately, yes.
So no
And
alibi
I
as
don't
well.
see how anyone else would know that we spent the entire day at home.
Sure. Okay, so what about the next day, specifically during the morning hours?
Well, given the nature of what happened the day before, Derek and I didn't really sleep. So I got up at 6 a.m. I just did my normal routine, and Derek stayed home. I got coffee at Nick's on 4th Street, and then I drove to Monument Trails. I did my
Nice.
usual hike, which lasted 2 hours. And then I drove home.
Height.
And that's when I found
She
Derek's
hiked.
body and
She
called the
hiked
station.
herself on the day. I mean, after
Now,
the day
you
after her
mentioned
husband
a hike.
killed
Was
herself
there anybody with you on that hike?
No,
alone.
it was just me.
Why?
All right, now I do also need to learn a little bit more about the firearms that your husband may have owned. So, do you know if he owned any firearms besides the one that was issued by our department?
Yeah, he also had a hunting rifle.
Okay, so it was just the hunting rifle and the department issued firearm, is that right?
That's correct.
And where did he keep these firearms?
The hunting rifle was in a case in our closet, and the work gun was in a drawer in our nightstand.
In your nightstand? Why the nightstand?
Paranoia, I guess. I don't know. I never really questioned it. It probably just made him feel safe. I don't really know.
Now, was that particular firearm, was that locked up?
No, it wasn't.
So,
So if
in
it's
theory, then
weapon,
anyone could have had access to that firearm, right?
nightstand,
Well, no.
not
It was
locked
just
up.
Derek and I at the house.
But hypothetically, if someone were to enter your home without your knowledge, right, then technically they would have been able to have access to that firearm, right?
Yeah, but they don't know where
If they
the
knew
forest.
exactly where it was, I guess technically it's possible.
Well, you know exactly where it was.
All right, well, Megan, is there anything else that you want to share or anything else that you think I should know that can help me better understand what's happened here?
I'm sorry.
No. I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. All right, so we will take a short break. I'm going to ask that you just wait here for a bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, I will be back, Megan.
Next coffee, dining. So the next thing is right. Again, who's Mark? Who the heck is Mark?
Alright, we got to hear her take on things. Now, I gotta say, I'm a little shocked that Officer Alexander didn't keep his firearm secured. Keeping it accessible like that completely goes against the department's protocol. But I guess there's not much that we can do about that, is there?
Well, you
Now,
want to be in the
it
house.
is interesting that she has a different take than Caleb and thinks that suicide is actually possible. That said, it was kind of hard for me to get a read on her. Was she being honest about that? If she doesn't actually believe that Officer Alexander took his own life, then we would need to understand why she would lie about that. Now, that is, of course, if we think she was actually lying. Again, this is tricky. Accusing her of lying about something so sensitive can really come across as being extremely disrespectful. But, at the same time, if we think she's lying, yeah, we do need to press her on that. Look, I'm sorry to put this weight on your shoulders, but I do need your take here. Does Megan really believe suicide is a possibility?
How would I know?
Take your time and get back to me. I'll proceed based on what you think. Alright, talk soon.
How would I know, man? Let's look at the message record. Can you work it? This is Marie to Derek, of course. So we read that already. Derek to Megan. So after Marie asked her to, I thought Derek asked Marie to stay out late. Anyway, after Marie asked him to working late. You know how it is. Yeah, I get it. Tired, going to bed early. Try not to wake me when you get in. This not really good. So 7:18. They have problem. I'm gonna super quiet when I get home. So the 19 one, what do you read that? Just a reverse. Need to meet ASAP tonight, usual place. So I still don't get an idea what's going on here. This phone call, on the 19th, the group chat, Mark, Derek, Sean. Meeting tonight, shouldn't be home too late. So she is actually having to be tired of her. I mean, she is tired of him because you're like, I'm meeting tonight, shouldn't be home too late, not holding my breath. On my way home, told you couldn't be too late, wouldn't pick up something. Pizza. I want you to know that. So this is Marie to Derek. I read that already. Derek to Marie, read that already. Read that already. I'm not working this weekend. Nice to be home. Emoji heart. Mark that. Hey man, just checking how you're holding up. That's after she killed. So he actually didn't reply. Just Mark kept sending all the message. From this, I could guess. Yep, she is correct. She wasn't doing really good at home. I mean, he wasn't doing really good at home. And yeah, I got that right. So the alibi is home alone all day. Not home alone. 6:21. Home all day. Cleaning 10 to 12. Watching sport movie afterward. No alibi. No one to call up because he's dead. 6:22. Got up at 6. Coffee at Nick's. Did it say how? When is it? And then go to a hike. 2 hours. Discover her husband's body at home. Gunbit, I don't know, man. I mean, you're like hunting rifle, not locked up at a nightstand. I mean, not the hunting rifle, the service weapon. Yeah. I don't know if she believes that's actually the case, but they definitely probably have some probable issue between her and the deceased. No. Is she lying? No.
Hey. Okay, so you think she's telling the truth. Fair enough.
Well, I can't because
I guess she does know her husband better than anyone else.
And you force my answer.
Now, let's hope your instincts are correct and that we don't have a missed opportunity here.
Press forward.
All right, let me get back in there. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, hurry up. Because this is the finishing call, right? I wonder what Sam would say. I had a whole newspaper for her.
All right, this is a continuation with Megan Alexander. So, Megan, look, I want to thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I know that you are dealing with an unimaginable pain and loss, and that this isn't easy for you.
No, it's definitely not.
Now, before we wrap, is there anything else that I should be aware of? Anything that might be important or relevant to help me better understand what's happening here?
No, nothing comes to mind at the moment.
Okay. Well, again, I do thank you for taking the time today. All right, you are good to go.
Thank you, Detective.
So who's next? Oh yeah, that's the first one. Ruiz, Caleb 1, Caleb 2, Megan 1, Megan 2. Dude.
All right, that is a wrap on her for today. Let's keep things moving, shall we? I'm going to get Caleb and Marie's daughter, Samantha, in here next. Let's see where this goes. We'll be up in a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Okay, that's the daughter. She probably know nothing. But she's at work. She can probably collaborate the Monday whereabout of father.
Okay, Samantha, we are recording. Today is June 24th. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here today is Samantha Atkins. So, Samantha, can you go ahead and please spell your first and your last name for me?
SAMANTHAATKINS.
Thank you, Samantha. So, look, I understand this is probably a little intimidating for you, right? You're here at the station and you're being interviewed, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. No, look, I want to make sure you understand that you are not in trouble at all, okay? I just simply need to gather as much information as I can just so I can better understand everything that's going on. That's all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's go over some basic formalities, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I just want you to acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you consent to this recording.
Yes, I acknowledge and consent.
Okay, and I do need you to acknowledge that we have already gone over your rights and that you are willfully making this statement.
Yes, we did, and I am.
All right. Look, yeah, I understand this is a very, very difficult time for you. Okay, and I know that
you can just walk out.
Answering some of these questions is going to be really difficult. So look, at any point in time, if you want to call it quits, you just say the word, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So look, we'll start with some easy questions here. So why don't you tell me how your day went on Saturday, June 21st? Now that was the day of your mom's death.
Like the whole day?
Sure, yeah.
I got up around 9:30. I showered, ate breakfast, and then my dad drove me to work.
And where do you work?
Central Street Cinema.
So, Samantha, can you remind me, how old are you?
I'm 15.
So you're 15 and you already have a job?
Yeah.
Oh, is this your first job?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. All right.
She
So,
doesn't look 15.
What time did you work that day?
Well, I was supposed to work a 10 to 5 shift, but I left early. My dad came and picked me up like a little before 2, I think. When I got in the car, that's when he told me what happened to my mom. After that, we drove to the Liberty Hotel and checked in there, and yeah, that was pretty much it. We stayed there the whole day.
Okay. So what about the next day? That would be Sunday, June 22nd.
Nothing. I was at the hotel all day with my dad.
Did you sleep in by any chance?
Yeah, I did. Truthfully, I think I slept most of the day. Yeah, I don't think I got up until the afternoon.
So,
That whole day.
Samantha, what do you think happened here? I mean, do you have any ideas why your mom may have taken her own life?
No, we actually had a big trip coming up.
Yep.
We were both really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, and what was the trip?
We were supposed to go to Thailand.
You guys were going to Thailand. Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was gonna be my first trip out of the country.
And what was the reason for the trip?
Just a vacation. My mom went there before, like, years ago, and she always told me how cool it was and just made it seem like a pretty awesome place, and she always talked about how much she wanted to go there with me once I got older.
Was your dad, was he also going with you guys?
No. He wasn't very interested in going to Thailand.
Yeah, I got
So
that.
my
right.
parents didn't think it would be worth spending money on another ticket, which is why this whole thing doesn't really make sense to me. I don't understand why she would plan this whole trip and get me all excited and then just go off and kill herself. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Yeah, and
That's gotta be my fault
that is a really good question.
when I know about the trip.
Did your mom
Yesterday.
show any signs of
Yeah,
depression or anything like that in recent times?
No,
Depression.
not to me at least.
Samantha, do you think that your mom actually killed herself?
What do you mean? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, that is the theory at the moment, yeah. But I want to know, do you think that's what actually happened?
Honestly, no.
Well, so no.
I didn't want to like insult you guys because I know you're all doing your best, but her killing herself makes no sense to me.
So then what do you think may have happened?
I don't know.
You don't have any theories or any possible scenarios, anything that may have come across your mind?
I have no idea what could have happened. But it doesn't make sense that she would kill herself, and I know how stupid that sounds. Okay,
No,
about
it
it.
doesn't sound stupid. I wouldn't say that. No, it doesn't sound stupid at all. To me, that sounds like you were trusting your instincts.
Don't
That's what
interrupt
that sounds
the.
like, and that
don't
totally
interrupt the
makes
witness,
sense, and I get
man.
it.
You're the first time detective.
yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it.
All right, well, Samantha, is there anything else that you want to share? Anything else that you think might be helpful?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay,
All right.
we'll take a short break. Can I grab you a drink or a snack, anything?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll be right back, all right?
Not much. Largely collaborate her father's story, and not really much to go on with that. Note about the trip
All right,
already.
we got to meet Samantha. Now, I really didn't like having to put the kid through the ringer like that, but I guess it is what it is. We need answers.
Yeah.
Now, that said, Samantha did answer everything that I asked. Samantha also made it clear that she doesn't believe her mom committed suicide.
Yeah. Both of them doesn't.
I do think Samantha is telling the truth about that,
Yeah. Yeah, she locked.
But what I'm questioning is if she's telling the truth about not knowing what actually happened.
I wouldn't know.
What do you think? You think Samantha has some ideas or thoughts about what may have actually happened with her mom, and that she's hiding that information from us?
Again,
I mean, it is possible.
with all this, I
Think
can't
very carefully here. Remember, this is a kid that we're dealing with. I don't want to accuse them of lying unless we really think that's the case.
Well,
But if she is lying, then that's something we really need to sort out as well. You're good at making these types of judgments. So you let me know what you think, and I'll go with that. Call me back once you know how to best proceed. Talk soon.
right. So was she lying? I don't know. I don't have enough information to go on. Well, she seems like she knows something. But then I don't know if this is because of the act. I don't know if acting count in this. I mean, is that I have to pick up visual cues as well. Because like I can see the woman before her is really, really uncomfortable, and the guy's really anxious, and this girl genuinely grieving. So I don't even know if this is actually count something. I have no idea, man. Well, probably not. She don't have any reason to, because.
Hey. So you think Samantha's telling the truth?
I don't know,
You don't
man.
think she knows anything about what may have happened to her mom, huh? You know, I gotta say, I feel the exact same way. It doesn't seem like she has anything to hide.
Because she don't need to
I think you're
hide
right.
anything.
Samantha is being completely honest with us. Okay, let me get back in there and dismiss her. I appreciate your help once again. Okay. Bye.
Okay, this is a continuation with
whatever.
Samantha Atkins.
Not
So, Samantha, I want to thank you for coming down here and speaking with me, okay? Especially given the circumstances. I appreciate that, I do.
Yeah, of course. Have I been helpful?
Yeah, you have. So thank you. Now, before we wrap for the day, I just want to give you one last opportunity to see if there's anything that you want to share that may be on your mind, anything you think I should be aware of, really anything at all.
No, there's nothing. I just really hope you guys can figure out what actually happened to my mom.
Yeah, me too. Samantha, me too. All right, let's get you out of here, kiddo.
So what next?
Alright, looks like we've gotten everything we can from Samantha. Now, I am curious about this trip to Thailand.
Yeah.
Why didn't Caleb mention that?
Why didn't he mention
Yeah,
that?
that's definitely
And he didn't
something
want
we're gonna have to
go
revisit.
as well.
For now, though, let's move on. Our last interview of the day is with Officer Campbell. Now, he
OFC
worked closely
Campbell.
with both Detective Atkins and Officer Alexander, so I'm sure he's got some thoughts on everything that's gone down.
Oh, he's Mark.
Let me go get him. We'll be back up in just a few. All right. Bye.
So he's Mark. I think I missed that. Or is he Sean? No, Sean is Sean something, right? Sean Hamill. No. So this guy's Mark. Mark Campbell.
All right, Mark, we are now
Yep.
recording. Today is June 24th. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here today is Officer Mark Campbell. So Mark, you know how this goes.
Yep. Officer Mark Campbell, MARKCAMPBELL. I acknowledge that this statement is being audio and video recorded. I consent to both, and also acknowledge that Detective Ruiz has gone over my rights, and I'm making this statement willingly.
Thank you. So, yeah, man, how are you holding up, man?
Honestly, Marty, not too good, man.
Well, I think that's completely understandable given everything that's going on.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, you tell me, what do you think about all this? You got something on your mind, man? You know you can talk to me, right?
You know, Marty, fuck it. I'm gonna give you all the dirt, okay?
I
just don't
like
give a
it.
fuck anymore.
Yeah, just say whatever you gotta say, man.
Derek and Marie were having an affair.
Yep,
about the
I
whole thing,
knew
Marty.
that.
It's just been going on for some time now. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that knew.
Hello, Mr. Caleb.
Damn,
Our suspect number
are
one.
you for real, Mark?
Yeah, I'm fucking for real. I told Caleb and Megan a few days ago. It's just been weighing me down way too much, man.
So they both know.
You know, I actually thought I was doing the right thing, you know. I haven't apologized to Caleb and Megan for not come clean any
But-
sooner.
Only Caleb
I just wish I kept a damn mouth shut.
lie about
Why
it.
is that?
Now they're both dead, Marty.
So wait, you think that the two are connected?
Marty, here's your detective. How can the two not be connected?
I mean, yeah, obviously it's possible, but I don't know, maybe we shouldn't jump to conclusions here.
I'm not jumping to conclusions. I mean, how's a coincidence a few days after I rat them out, they both end up killing themselves? I fucked up, Marty. And because of me, two of our officers are not dead.
So Mark, you don't suspect any foul play involved here?
Nah. It's pretty obvious what just hell happens here.
All right, let's slow down for a bit here. So, Mark, go ahead and tell me everything that you know, and I mean everything.
Okay.
Are you probably going to
Obviously, I
pick a
knew
paper?
about the affair. It's just been going on for way longer than I can admit.
And how long is that?
A few years.
A few years.
I know.
Wow.
Maria's planning on getting a divorce. She's making some
Oh,
big changes, Marty. She was even planning on moving out of the country with her kid Samantha.
so the Thailand
So, Mark,
trip
how do you know all of
is for
this?
Marie,
scouting.
she was a good friend. You know that.
Yeah. And who else knew about all this?
Besides me, Marie, Derek. I'm assuming the only people that knew were Caleb and Megan, but that was because I told them.
So wait, you told them everything?
I just mentioned the affair to each of them.
So you didn't tell Caleb about Marie's plans for
yeah.
divorce and moving out of the country?
No, mentioning the affair was already too much for them.
Now, what about their kid, Samantha? Do you think that she knew what was going on with their parents with the whole
She don't
divorce and
know.
move out of the country?
No, I'm sure Marie didn't mention any of that to Samantha. They were planning a trip to Thailand, I think. She wanted to make it seem like a fun trip for Samantha and her. Truth is, I think they were planning on moving there.
Yeah, because that was a prep school.
Wow, this is a lot to
This
take
is
in.
a
man.
visit.
I know.
So, Mark, in all honesty, how are you coping with all of this?
Dude, 1 hour
Have I been
and I'm
drinking
still
yet?
doing this.
Well, yeah, man, have you?
Nah, man, I mean, desire's been there for sure, but I haven't slipped up yet.
Well, that's great to hear, man. That is great to hear.
I've been going to my meetings, and, it helps out a lot, you know?
Well, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. So I'm glad to hear that. So, look, man, you know how this goes, right? In the event that this actually wasn't a suicide that, actually happened, then
So, you wanted to know where I was at the time of both their deaths?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's an easy one to answer. I was at home all weekend. It was both Saturday and Sunday.
The whole weekend?
Yeah, man. I ain't no social butterfly or nothing like that, but, you know, and I like my time alone. This weekend was one of those times where I could just sit back and not do shit, you know? When I got that call about Marie killing herself, that shit fucked me up, Marty. Fucking shit broke me. Fucking broke me.
You don't need to swear that many times.
And finding out that Derek killed himself the day after, words can't even express how fucked up I was feeling, man. But yeah, I was pretty much at home all weekend.
Yeah, makes sense, man. Makes sense.
But you don't need an alibi.
So, look, Mark, is there anything else on your mind that you want to share with me?
No, I told you enough already.
Yeah, you did. All right, well, look, we'll take a short break. You mind waiting here?
That's cool.
All right, well, I'll be back.
All right. Working theory. There's no way she planned her trip and then she killed herself. At least Marie is not suicide. I don't know about Derek.
Holy shit. I did not expect all that.
I did.
Wow. If everything he just said is the truth, then we have a lot more digging to do with this investigation. Knowing that Detective Atkins and Officer Alexander had an affair raises a whole lot of questions with this case. But see, here's the thing. I know Officer Campbell has had some serious battles with alcoholism. Hell, it's been going on for years. If he's been drinking again, that could possibly skew his interpretation of things, including everything that he just told us. And given all of the stressful stuff that's happened recently, it wouldn't be a surprise that he is drinking again. But for obvious reasons, we don't want to accuse him of this if that isn't the case. But we do need to know. What do you think?
What?
You think he's been drinking again?
I think he's been
Take
drinking
some
again,
time
but
to mull it over and call me back.
I don't have any solid...
I'll use your judgment to determine how to proceed.
I don't have
All
any
right, talk to you
solid...
soon.
solid evidence saying one way or another. But I do think he's drinking again, but it doesn't even matter.
Hey,
I don't know how it matters.
do you think he's been drinking again? Yeah, he is kind of giving off those vibes. Sucks if that's the case, but it is what it is.
I don't understand why this question
All
is
right,
important.
let me push him on this and see what happens. Hopefully we're not wrong and this accusation doesn't backfire on us. Okay, let me get back in there. Bye.
All right, this is a continuation with Officer Mark Campbell. So, look, Mark, as always, man, I appreciate your help with these things, and of course, this is no exception, so thank you.
Of course, Marty. Whatever I can do to help.
Yeah, and that is appreciated. Now, that said, what would really be helpful is if you were to be completely honest with me regarding your sobriety, especially in recent times, Mark.
What do you mean, Marty?
Come on, man, you know what I mean. You know.
I maybe had a few drinks the past couple of days.
Just a few? Come on. Really?
Alright, maybe a little more than just a few. Maybe I slipped up a little bit. Fuck, Marty. This shit's been really fucking hard, man. Like, it's been fucking hard. Like, we're fucking trying, man.
You don't need to swear that many times again.
Yeah. I know you have, Mark. I know you have. And look, I know you've been struggling with this for a while. And look, man, there's no judgment here. All right, there's no judgment whatsoever. I just appreciate you telling me. All right, but again, man, there's no judgment on my part. I promise you that.
You're a pretty stand-up guy, Marty. You're one of the few people I can actually trust here.
Well, I definitely appreciate hearing that.
Look, man, I know I got my issues. I got my addiction problems. But when it comes to this place, I'm the only one, Marty.
I don't understand, Mark. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's that mean?
All I'm saying is addition comes in many forms, Marty.
I am aware, but what does that have to do with anything? Mark, are you trying to tell me something?
He is trying to tell you something.
I don't know, am I?
That shit.
Man, I don't need you to be cryptic with me, man. If you have something to say, please just say it.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm just being a little preachy, so.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you feel is important that you want to share before we wrap up?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well then, yeah, man, you're good. We're done. You can go. All right.
What's that? That's not just peachy. He's trying to say something and then he back out.
All right, we've heard from everyone. It definitely seems like there's some serious loose ends that need to be taken care of. And even though Officer Campbell may not think so, it's starting to seem like suicide may not be what actually happened with both Detective Atkins and Officer Alexander. Which means this case just got a whole lot more interesting. Because if suicide isn't the case, then that means we're dealing with the murder of 2 Fisham County police officers in a span of 2 days. This would be completely unprecedented for this department. We need to tread very carefully here. All right, let's call it a wrap for now and reconnect in a few days. Let's stew on all this and see what may be the best strategy moving forward. I appreciate all your help today. We'll talk soon.
Oh, this is the end of
Bye.
the demo. Yeah. You need to buy the game. 2 days later. Working theory is, I'm gonna tell you my working theory is, Caleb knows he killed her and then confronted the guy he killed him too. And because the only thing that they both acknowledge. I mean, they both have marital problem, of course, but only him lying about it. And the trip,
Hey,
he probably knows as well.
welcome back. So, yeah, there was another incident last night, and it's pretty bad.
What?
Last night, or early this morning, depending on how you look at it, at around 1:15 a.m.,
Whoa.
I got a call from Officer Campbell. I could tell he was really drunk. I mean, like, completely out of it. He sounded pretty distraught, too. Anyways, he wanted me to come over so he could tell me something. He made it seem pretty damn urgent, too.
Also told them.
But he refused to tell me anything over the phone. Said that we needed to talk in person. So, of course, I got dressed and I went there as fast as I could. And, when I got there, I rang the bell over and over and I got no answer. Now, his door was left unlocked, so I went in and...
Also Colton.
Yeah, that's when I found him. He was dead. It looked like a clear case of an overdose. Definitely not what I was expecting. I called our CSI officer, Sean Hamill, and asked him to get there ASAP, and he thought it was a clear OD as well. I'll get you a copy of the crime scene report in case you want to review it yourself. Absolutely unbelievable. If only I had gotten there sooner, I may have actually been able to get him some help. Fucking hell. And now, unfortunately, we still have a major case to solve. So I guess we just gotta power through here. Not much more we can do. Alright, look. After reviewing the first round of interviews, I think it's pretty safe to say that we're not dealing with 2 suicide cases.
Nope.
I hate to say it,
My
but
POI
we're
will be
dealing with
Caleb,
2 cases of homicide here.
by the way, in case you're wondering.
Now, with this understanding, I brought back some people for another round of questioning. I have both Megan and Caleb here today. I also looked into Samantha's alibi at the theater on Saturday, and it does check out. She was working there for sure during the time that Detective Atkins died. There's also nothing that raises any doubts regarding her staying at the hotel all day Sunday. So, for now, Samantha is cleared. But the others are definitely not. Megan and Caleb still have a few red flags that I'd like to clear up.
Yeah.
Now, we got one new guy that I brought in here today named Daniel Hernandez. He's the guy that Caleb mentioned his wife having a little run-in with recently. Now, just to give you some quick backstory, this guy was arrested by our department several years ago. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison for fentanyl possession and trafficking. Now, the guy always claimed that he was innocent, but that 20 plus grams of fentanyl in his possession at the time of his arrest, yeah, that seemed to suggest otherwise. Now, here's the thing.
How many ounces?
The guy just got out of prison a little over a week ago, and Detective Atkins, Officer Alexander, and Officer Campbell were all involved in his arrest. Pretty interesting timing that these three are all dead within approximately 1 week of his release. I'm also wondering if there's more to this little run-in with Detective Atkins. So yeah, he's definitely worth looking into. In fact, he's the first person I want to talk to today. Now, before we get into anything, I want you to know that I am considering the deaths of Detective Atkins and Officer Alexander as homicides. Now, given these new developments, we've gathered some additional evidence, including something from Daniel's probation officer. You'll find those added to the rest of the evidence. All right, let's get this show on the road. Talk soon. Bye.
He didn't say anything. Okay, so Martin Lewis, Campbell 51, drug and alcohol overdose, no suspect. Early morning of Thursday, June 26, approximately 1:15 a.m. Martin Lewis received a phone call from the deceased, Mark Campbell. According to Ruiz, Campbell sounded distraught and urgently needed to speak with Ruiz. Ruiz immediately rushed to Campbell's apartment after receiving this call at approximately 1:30. Ruiz entered Campbell's apartment, which he left unlocked. Ruiz discovered Campbell's body on the living room couch. Campbell was deceased at the time, and the bottle of liquor. Nah, this is not gonna be like 15 minutes. He gonna overdose himself. The full conscience based on the investigation. So who's this Daniel Hernandez fella? Had you been outpatient mental health? Nope. You been the patient psychiatric case file? Nope. Ever attempt suicide? Nope. Could I be involved in killing or harming yourself? Nope. Ever hear voices, seen things? Nope. You have history of harming behavior? No. Heard and experienced thoughts and emotion that's too difficult? No. Ever receive outpatient treatment for substance abuse, detoxification? No. Current feeling you are experiencing regarding your incarceration. Then you will still experience feeling of anger and frustration for serving time for a crime that he claimed he did not commit. His anger seems to be focused on the officer that he claimed set him up. But who? He's aware that he is holding a severe grudge against these officers, but realized that he didn't move on and not focus on the past. He acknowledged that his philosophy is easier said than done, but he's trying. Feeling relieved and grateful that he will be released from prison soon. Excited about returning to society, being a good future for himself. Looking forward to being able to assist with care for his ill mother. Have you abused medication, alcohol, drugs? If yes, this last time, yes. OPA, benzodiazepine, psychotropic, other illicit drug, meth, heroin, bath salt, cannabis, PCP, inhalant, ecstasy, spice. They won't use street name, man. Bath salt, I think bath salt is like methamphetamine. Spice, I don't really remember what spice is. Cocaine, amphetamines, hallucinogen are the. So beer, how do you remember the last time you had beer? Anyway, May 2021, so 4 years ago, drugs and beer. Were you in special education class in school? No. Have you ever been diagnosed with disabled, other intellectual functioning? No. Trauma in the past? No. Sex offender? No. Sexual abuse? No. Gender appearance? Good. Behavior cooperative. Eye contact appropriate. Speech normal. Body movement normal. Affect normal. Mood normal. Thinking alert and oriented. Quality of thinking logical. Social well-being normal. Breathing problem no. Skin abnormality no. So he wasn't taking any drugs. Information on MHS. Provide the question and answer yes. Understood the disco consent form sign yes. So mental health tech comment. Overall mental is in the normal state. That's expressed feeling of anger, frustration, but if it's past, basically when led to his arrest and imprisonment. Even having fantasized about seeking revenge, however, he appeared this pure dependency and had no intention acting upon this fault. This feeling alone was to be expected with the nature of Daniel past and experienced trauma. Daniel remained a model inmate with 0 infraction and violation during his entire incarceration. After a thorough investigation, it's my opinion that this had no potential harm to society. So this is for the mental health report for parole. You have completed the demo, so I got nothing then. Yeah, there's probably gonna be more. Anyway, I don't think I can finish the other game. Is 3:23. I'm got 10 more minutes to do. I'm not gonna be. I have another 2 games just in case you're wondering. So quit the desktop. So I have a Tiny Paws demo and a Car Factory demo. But anyway, I think this will be it for me now because I have to go with 340, and this will be it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be playing Schedule 1 tomorrow. I just want to finish. I don't think I can finish the other 2. Probably just gonna end up deleting it anyway. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Schedule 1, and thank you for watching. And Steven, thank you for coming and commenting. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more Schedule 1. We are trying to get the sorry. I accidentally moved my head really quick and then disconnect the mic. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I will be playing Schedule 1, and thank you for watching, and have a good Thursday evening, and wherever you are, have a wonderful morning, good morning, and good afternoon, and good night for you, and I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And when we have new stream, either from me or from the girls, we will let you know. Thanks, and see you later. Bye bye.